So, hello, Gemini. This is your weekly forecast for the week of September 10th to September 17th. I am a little late, but it doesn't matter. The energy is still here for you, and I still can do this for you, okay? So, let's get started. I don't want to take up too much time. For those of you that follow me on social media, you know how much you guys mean to me, and I just love you guys' energy so much. This week for you guys is, I see a lot of spirituality here, but I also see you taking some time alone. I also feel like, or maybe you have been taking some time alone and now you are ready to get back to work. You are ready to do things, in a different way this time. So let's get started, okay? So, Gemini, you have a lot of cards here talking about defending your beliefs, okay? You have the Justice card here, and it's all about fair and just decisions, okay? Or maybe some of you have recently been sworn in, but I just feel like this is basically following your heart, standing up for what you know is right, standing up for your beliefs. And even with you standing up for your beliefs, Gemini, I want you to understand that you have to choose your battles wisely, okay? Know exactly what to say, ask for help if you need to, but don't just dive straight in without taking the necessary precaution, okay? And for whatever reason, I feel like for some of you, this may be a work related situation, or this may be something going on in your personal life, like maybe with a couple of friends, okay, or just a couple of people that you know. Now, the other thing is this, okay, you also got a lot of cards talking about worrying, okay. Now, before I get to that, at the center of your reading, this is the Eight of Water. The Eight of Water is I guess, has been very popular this week. So, I guess even for you, Gemini, you have been having, but in your position, it's in your present position. So, for you, that means it's happening now. But there is some type of desire to move on. You're looking for something or searching for something that's more meaningful. And this can be spiritual or emotional growth. So you may be maybe looking for another job, maybe looking for a different spouse, maybe you're looking for a new car. I just see you looking for something that's more meaningful, something that makes you happy, something that completes you. And for a lot of you, I do strongly feel that this is a job, okay? If you are older and you may have already retired, then this may simply mean that you are seeking spiritual growth. Maybe you want to get more in tune with your spirituality. Now, what's crossing you, Gemini, here is the Seven of Earth. And this is all about that temporary pause in action. So I do see that even though you do have this desire to move on, it's like you've been stagnated for some reason. It's like something is keeping you here. Something is keeping you stuck or focused on this particular person or the situation. So I just feel like it is bittersweet, right? Like it is kind of hard for you to kind of juggle your decisions. And I feel like you're just kind of going with the flow these days. But this week, it is definitely some type of temporary pause in action. It's causing you to just pause and not be so impulsive, just kind of think and reflect on your actions. And so again, I just feel like I see you being sworn in, or I feel like you had just recently went through some things at work or maybe at school as well. Or even if this is your personal life, this is still something where you have had to defend your beliefs or defend yourself, okay? And like I said, with the Justice card being here, it's definitely about fair and just decisions and standing up for your beliefs. However, dear love, be careful not to challenge the wrong person. Okay? Be careful not to jump ahead. Because I see bittersweet here. And this is your chakras. And this is your throat chakra. This is your communication chakra. Okay? Find a better way to communicate, okay? Whether it's through a song, whether it's through a letter, whether it's through pictures, whether it's through a video. I just want you guys to find a better way to verbally express yourself, okay? Or even if it's not verbally, like I said, it can be in a letter. You know, oh, so and so, I'm sorry for whatever. I just feel like it's somebody who you need to find a better way to communicate with this person, either at work or at school. And or again, this could be within your career, this could even be in your personal life at home. I just see you guys trying to make some type of change, but I also see you guys like it's hard for you to kind of not be who you were. And it's like an old habit, basically. Like, if I can kind of break it down for you guys, like, it's kind of like trying to get away from an old habit. Like, if you know that you've always been talkative and you've always been on your phone at work, and your supervisor is telling you, listen, I need you to cut back on that, or I need you to stop being so talkative, you know, to other people at your job while you are working, right? I feel like that's is like I feel like you trying to make that change, but it's like it's hard for you. So try not to go back to that old habit this week. Try not to tick someone off with this idea of I'm grown, I can do what I want type of thing. Because I feel like this just when this person is giving you the appreciation that you deserve, it's like that is where you decide to snap back, right? Or that is where you decide to kind of feel like you want to stand up for your beliefs. And this is not the time to do that, okay? Like, just relax a little bit, is what I'm feeling. Gemini, your energy is really stiff today. It's really strong, and I'm trying my best to, like, work through it, but it is very tense. And so I do feel like you guys, it's just a lot of tension and a lot of worry, a lot of concern. A lot of you are concerned about losing something. And I don't feel like you will lose anything, especially if you do what's right, especially if you are following the rules, being respectful, you know, doing what you're supposed to do, and not waiting around for people to tell you those things, and you just helping out, you just being yourself. And I think that that's the problem. I think, and I talked about this in your career and life focus, about you guys being more social, but being more social to the point where it's not going to affect your job or going to, like, so if it's someone at your job, for instance, and you have not really been talking to this person that much, right? But it's been causing a lot of tension because it's like this person barely know you, they don't know anything of you. All they know is that you guys work together, but however you and this person has not been having the best of communication, then yeah, that might mean that you need to be a bit more social. However, on the flip side, if you have found yourself to be a bit too much social during work, then you may want to cut back on that because people are watching you, dear love. So be mindful of that. You know, if you need to study mindfulness, okay? Mindfulness is important as individuals, okay? To be mindful of others and their feelings and their thoughts and opinions. You get really irritated when someone tries to throw you under the bus, Gemini. And so, and to avoid that to happen again, because I feel like that just recently happened, but I feel like it needed to happen for you and this person to have some type of clarity or to understand each other's roles better, I guess. But to avoid that, you want to present your best self. You want to show that you can be a team player, that you are supportive, that you can show love, okay? Now, with the other chakras here, I do see your intuition popping up. Now, this release, okay, this release card has come out, like, I think for damn near everybody so far, like, in every single sign, whether it's with the archangel cards or chakras, this card has been coming out a lot, okay? So I do see a release. I do see you releasing a lot of toxic energy, old ways of thinking. And here, the thing is this, right? I feel like you've always been afraid of that change because you're not sure what to expect. But it's like here in your position of what you're afraid of is just, you got the awakening card, which is not that bad, but I feel like this is what you are most afraid of, or what people may be thinking of you, that you have a hard time looking at things from a different perspective, because at first this came out in reverse and I turned it around. So I feel like some of you are were afraid at first to look at things from a different perspective. But remember, this, because this is a temporary standstill, and I think that is what you are most afraid of, that things are not going to turn over a new leaf for you, and it will. The more you put out that positivity, the more you will get back. The more you are showing progress, the more your coworkers or your boss will begin to notice that in you, okay? But it is important to be yourself. And again, this may not be simply about work. It can be in your personal life. This can be amongst your friends or amongst your family. Maybe there's been like a lot of gossip going on lately. Just remember that it is important to be yourself. If you, I know that you don't like this temporary standstill, but it's only temporary, dear love. It's only temporary. Keep that in mind, okay? Because I see that you have seeds well planted, and a temporary pause in action. So something will be put on hold this week, okay? Something will be put on hold this week, and it may be your employment. It may be, maybe you were waiting for a check or something that didn't come through right away. Maybe that's what you're afraid of, but I just see some drastic changes happening here. I just see some drastic changes happening. So now this is the good thing. Like I said, with even if you are afraid of this, I feel like it's gonna spiritually be good for you, okay? Because I do see you standing your ground, dear love. I do see you standing your ground. But like I said, choose your battles wisely. Like, you don't want to put somebody in a position to have to fire you, or you don't want to put somebody in a position to not want to be a friend anymore, or because I feel like this can be siblings too. I see you and your sibling. I see siblings having like a hard time communicating this week. And the interesting thing is that overall, though, you guys have a lot of happy times coming to you, okay? I see you trying to get over this hump, okay? Because like I said, I did see, if it's not this week, then it's definitely already happened with this temporary pause in action, or these, because I do feel like you have been putting in some great energy into your job, but it just been so overwhelming. And it's like, I feel like someone new came along and they're kind of shifting things around and changing things and approaching things differently, and they're a bit more assertive than you are. So it's like, it's kind of like a challenge. You guys been dealing with this for months now. It's kind of challenging. But I feel like instead of kind of trying to compare yourself to this person, I feel like you need to work closely with this person. Like, team up with this person. Work closely with this person. I just feel like it's somebody that recently came in that basically worked in the same exact position as you. Now, this may be a week also where some of you may get recognized for all your hard work. Again, I see you being appreciated by this person, but I also see you gossiping a lot, right? I see some of you gossiping a lot, or in not really in a bad way, but to me, any type of gossip is just quite annoying. So try not to gossip too much, okay? Try not to get too much in depth with that. Like, if you know that people are watching you at work, dear love, the best thing to do is not to engage in any type of gossip, because you are being watched. People are noticing your temperament. They are noticing the way you respond. They are noticing the way that you behave. So this is just a week to time to get like buckled down and get things done. It is time to honor your commitments. If you say that you will no longer be extremely talkative at work, then it is time that you keep your commitment, not go crazy and start up an argument or a fight. This is, you know what? I know what I need to do. I know that I need to be more engaged with my employment, or I know I need to be more engaged with the people at my job, or I know I need to be a bit more professional. So let me do that. This is not the time to full blown go charge when the hills is on you, okay? Like, everybody is watching you at work, okay? Even the ones that you don't think are watching you, they are watching you, dear love. So this is what I'm saying, be careful not to gossip too much, because there are people at your job that are watching you. They are paying close attention to the way that you are, and the way that you respond, the way that you talk, the way that you, just everything. Like, they're watching you, dear love. And they're watching if you're going to keep that promise, or if you're going to keep that word to be a better team player. They're watching that, okay? So this is definitely a time to buckle down and get things done and honor your commitments, okay? Now, financially, dear love, I want to talk about this really quickly. Financially, I see abundance here. So this is beautiful. And this is financial abundance. This is financial joy, okay? But I want you, because if you look at these pictures right here, dear love, right? One girl's looking for it and the other one looks stressed out, right? Or honestly, I think she's like putting hers away for like a rainy day or something. So with this coming out with your solar plexus, dear love, this is your gut feeling, okay? And the fact that you got two solar plexus cards here, this is asking you to go back to how you feel, okay? If you had a sacral chakra card here, then that's different, but you don't. So, but this is asking you to kind of go back to your emotions. Tap into that sacral chakra, dear love. This is asking you to go back to how you feel about money. How is your relationship with money? Are you the fool that likes to just spend and throw your money each and every way? Or are you the one that says, you know what, I just got paid, I'm putting at least 500 to the side, right? Like, are you being mindful? Okay, there's that word again, mindful. Are you being mindful when it comes to your finances? Are you being mindful when it comes to the way that you're spending money? Are you paying bills on time? Or are you just saying, whatever, I pay it next week? Like, what are you doing with your money these days, right? This week, dear love, is a week where you want to remain focused. You will have that prosperity, abundance of prosperity coming to you, dear love. And I know that because you also got the star card here in your outcome, okay? And that is very positive. This is represents Aquarius, by the way. So that is really positive. With the 1 and 7 being here, this is all about new beginnings, starting over, brilliant new ideas, coming into yourself these days. This is happy times, okay? Making positive, optimistic, long-term plans. So again, this may be that retirement plan that you've been thinking about, right? Or that savings account. This CD account that you have with your bank now. This may be just simply saving money or saving money up for a new home or a new car, or just simply you just saying, you know what, I want to move out the city, I want to find a new job, and I just don't want to be at this place of employment anymore. Like I said, I do see some changes, okay? Either way, I just see you making some drastic changes in work, but try not to, again, until then, until you do find a new job, do not run this job in a hole, okay? Because like I said, even though people are watching you, you are being appreciated this week. So appreciate it. Be receptive to that good energy, because it wasn't always like that for you. So appreciate that positive energy that's coming your way. You know, I feel like you are showing that you are being shown a great amount of support, you know, and I feel like it's coming from this very same person that you wanted nothing to do with. So again, this is what I'm saying. If you found yourself not to be social with the person, remember that, you know, everything happens for a reason. You guys weren't getting along for a reason, okay? And it's not because they're horrible people, but it's just because sometimes we don't want to open up to something we have no clue about. Okay, sometimes we fear what we lack knowledge of, and if we don't really know a person, sometimes it is hard for us to talk with a person because we don't know them, right? We don't know if they're gonna, you know, be a snitch, or we don't know if they're gonna be ignorant towards us. We just don't know. We can only hope for the best. Okay. Now ahead of you, dear love, along with that star card, you have the page of fire. So this is your confidence returning. This is you being more outgoing. This is, you know, something exciting happening to you by the 17th. So look out for your mail, or any type of emails. I see even phone calls. There may be a voicemail that comes to you this week with some exciting news. So pay attention to that. If you have not spoken to someone in a while, and I want to say either a sibling or a child, or I just see somebody that you're deeply connected to. If you have not spoken to someone in a while, because I see communication here and release, You may need to do some forgiveness or releasing some toxic energy this week. And that is simply saying, you know what, I forgive you. I forgive myself for loving you. I forgive myself for even putting up with you. But you're great and I don't regret our experience together. This is just simply releasing that toxic energy, releasing old behaviors, beginning to look at things from a different perspective, opening your mind to new ideas. But again, I do see some of you will be also reminiscing about the past, or it may be a situation that happens actually today, which is Tuesday, or maybe sometime this week, where it's going to make you feel like those old habits of yours where that actually caused you to get in trouble at work about, right? It's going to make you feel like you're a child again being punished, okay? So again, this is what I'm saying. Try not to retrieve back to that. Try not to go back to that old habit, because you're going to be feeling like a child. You're going to be feeling like you're being talked to like you're a child. And so again, be mindful not to go up the hinges. Be mindful, because dear love, you do not want to lose your job. Okay? And again, if this is not work related, then this can be in your home, this could be in your love life, this could be whatever it is. You don't want somebody to break up with you because of your nasty demeanor, okay? Or you don't want someone to break up with you because you promised that you would change. Because you promised that you would change and you didn't. So, so be mindful of that. I'm sorry, guys, that's my phone. So, that's it anyway. So, just try not to worry and try not to always expect the worst. Be positive, dear love, because you have a lot of positivity coming to you. And so, just focus on that, okay? Focus on the positivity. Focus on the happy times. Focus on making those positive, optimistic, long-term plans. And everything else will work out for you, okay? So, I love you guys. Bye.